Hi there. You're listening to
Sparkle Motion
Podcast.
Oh, good for you.
Hello and welcome to the Sparkle Motion Podcast, the podcast where we talk about movies and TV. Now, this episode is a preview for 2018 and our predictions. Now, originally this was meant to be a pre-review where we preview 2018 and then review 2017, but I'm still learning how to use logic and I seem to have misplaced 2018's review. So sorry about that. I will be making references throughout this podcast back to an episode that no longer exists, and I'd had a couple of glasses of wine, so for some reason I decided it's a good idea to do a monkey impression when talking about Andy Serkis, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And thank you very much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the podcast.
Yeah.
I've got 35 films here.
Really?
Yeah.
See,
that I'm looking forward to. I was hoping that we could maybe put some predictions as well. I'm gonna do the math. I've been told off recently for saying math. It's maths. Put the F on the F. The S.
Put the F on math.
Math. Math. Because I'm in Manchester. Math.
You're getting used to us now.
Exactly, mate. It's only taken 7 years.
I'm influencing you.
Exactly.
You'll be told to stop playing out with me.
I'm gonna combine Rotten Tomatoes user reviews.
Oh no.
Rotten Tomatoes reviews.
Yeah.
IMDb review and Metacritic to get an average number, which I'm sure there'll be some website.
So we've got to guess this now for what we get later.
No, you got to. I want you to give me your top 3 of the next 6 months.
Okay.
And we're going to go up until June.
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll take us well into the early summer box office.
Yeah, the blockbusters coming out.
So maybe for the next 3 months, next 6 months, 6 to 7 months, you think will be the top 3 films?
And you've got this list of.
I'm probably going to have to write them down actually, but I've got a list of 35 films here, mate, that we're going to be going through. 3 billboards outside of Missouri. Hey, I suppose I could do with you looking at this, couldn't I?
We'll share the vision.
We'll share my phone that is obscured by a wine glass. 3 billboards outside of Missouri.
See, I had a preview for this last week. I had tickets to go, and I had flu.
Oh, well, there you go, Luke.
It was poorly flu.
There we go.
It was very bad. I'm still devastated.
The Post, which this weekend is doing pretty well.
I don't think that's going to be top, though, is it? But I think it's going to be big in America.
Well, I'm giving the spoilers here. It's got 7.1, so it's good. But it's not the only Spielberg on this list. Early Man.
No.
Which we probably could do with jumping on because that'll come out here before America.
Yeah,
We should get it on
we'll get that.
on the YouTube.
I'll watch it, but I don't think it's going to do great.
Well, on the adverts, it's saying from the makers of Chicken Run and Wallace and Gromit, and we all know that. You should be seeing
Nick
from
Park.
the makers of Pirates. Pirates
No.
was brilliant. Did
Really?
you not like
I've
Pirates?
never watched it.
Mate, Pirates, brilliant film, proper underrated. I feel sorry for him with how
Okay.
it didn't do poorly, but it was a cracking film.
Maze
Maze
Runner.
Runner.
See, I enjoyed the other two.
Yeah.
I really did. It's not one of the bigger dystopian future franchises. It, when you look at like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
And Divergent.
I feel like with these
This
ones,
is like the third one out of the lot, isn't it? But I actually enjoy them more.
What, the Maze Runner ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't bought the books, not even read them, but,
Got them.
I got them in it.
Black Panther.
So we got our first Disney movie of the year, Black Panther. I think that's going to be scoring 100s.
That's going to be up there.
100s.
See, that's one, I think I've said it on the podcast before, it doesn't appeal to me.
Andy Serkis and his cuttlefish.
But he's in there. Andy Serkis is in there, so
He is.
we're going to have to watch it for that reason.
I think as
We'll
well.
be having words otherwise, won't we?
I can't remember who it is now, but there's a fella producing the soundtrack, and even the soundtrack on the trailers. They're going I was well into it. Here's one I'm hoping I'll be seeing on Monday night at a secret screening. I'm not so sure whether or not it will be it, but it's The Shape of Water.
I really want to see this again. This is another one.
It's got a full-on 8 stars on IMDb.
That's going to win a lot this year, isn't it? I think.
Isn't it already run Best Director?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Bird as well. Next one.
Lady Bird, looking pretty good.
That's one I'm looking forward to.
Now, this one for me, Annihilation, and this is only because it's got Alex Garland has directed it, and he directed Ex Machina.
And it's got Natalie Portman and Oscar Isaac.
Exactly. So for me, because Ex Machina and the way that Alex Garland has worked with
Danny Boyle. Say from
Oh,
the road
Danny
from closer
Boyle.
to you than us.
Exactly, from Bury. So the way, just the work that Alex Garland has done is just incredible. And I don't want to read the book. This is one of those that I know I don't want to read the book before I've watched his version of the film. Just because I'm hoping that come this time, 2019, Oscar Isaacs and Natalie Portman, both Star Wars actors, are going to be up there as my number ones for best performances. Because Oscar Isaac back in 2000 and
You just freaked me out by saying this time in
Was it-
2019. I'm
I
thinking
know, yeah.
you're looking a bit far ahead there, but
because 2015, like his portrayal of that guy from Blue Book or his own version
yeah,
of Google
that made him for us,
was
didn't
just
it?
incredible. Mary Magdalene, which I'm more interested for on religious purposes,
Let's
just how
see,
to
now.
portray that.
I've given up on them after seeing Exodus, Gods and Kings,
Yeah,
and then I saw the beginning of Noah.
yeah.
And I just think if you're gonna make a biblical film,
Read the Bible.
make it true to it.
Yeah.
Don't just say this is my version of the story, because how can you make your version of the story?
Yeah.
Because if you're making your version of the story, just make something up.
Yeah.
Don't take a couple of things
Don't
and go,
adapt to the Bible.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's there, it's in writing. Just use what's there.
That's what a lot of people.
But that irritates me with novels. You know, if you get a novel and someone turns it into a film and changes it, everyone who's read that novel is irritated.
Yeah, exactly. The only difference is, come Armageddon, you're gonna get smited because it's blasphemy.
So anyway, that's my rant on that one.
Now I'm looking forward to this. The one reason I'm a little bit apprehensive about it is because the main character is James Corden. It's Peter Rabbit.
Yeah.
Peter Rabbit, near and dear to my heart.
Really?
Oh man, I was well in there with Peter Rabbit.
It's never been something I've been tuned in with.
No?
No.
And it's got Donald Gleason as well, which is playing some, I don't know who it is, some guy that's irritated. Obviously, I've not read Peter Rabbit in a long time, but I just can't bear James Corden's like, I'm so funny and America loves me. Like, no one cares. Like, we didn't like you in that Fat program that you were in years ago.
Fat Friends.
And
I liked him in Gavin and Stacey.
Gavin and Stacey.
Do you not like Gavin and Stacey?
Barely ever watched it. I just can't. Everything
the
seems
first
to be
time-
hilarious to
See,
him.
the first time I watched that, I had an ear infection.
I think you've told me this story
And-
before.
I couldn't sleep, and I turned over, and there was a Gavin and Stacey. The whole series started at like
Right.
11 at night.
Yeah,
Which sounds a bit sad. That it was 11 o'clock at night on a Saturday,
there's a reason for that, mate.
and I was in bed, and with an ear infection, and I turned over and watched that, and I watched the whole series till something like 3 a.m.
Yeah.
I loved it. I don't know how that works. Anyway,
Well, mate. I bet you like carpool karaoke as well.
no, I hate that.
Well, there
hate
you
it
go.
with a passion.
I'm surprised that the rest of the rabbits and Mrs. Piggywinkle aren't played by the rest of One Direction or something like that. But it's got Donald Gleason in it, so let's see whether it's any good. Tomb Raider. I've got high hopes for this. I think that Tomb Raider, purely because of Alicia Vikander, I think that it could be
The computer game movie.
the computer game movie to
See,
end the curse.
I think there's a computer game movie coming out this year. That's going to break it.
You reckon which one?
I'm not going to tell you till we get there. I know it's on that list.
You see, she's got all the skills of Alicia Vikander. She's got all the skills of
Fassbender.
Fassbender. She's got all
She's stolen.
Fassbender's. She's stolen his skill. Maybe she's a witch from Pendle or something. She's taken all his powers. Pacific Rim.
I didn't watch. This is the second one, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch the other one.
See, I think that. Let me find it on
What's it
IMDb.
called?
Here we go. Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
He's not directed Pacific Rim 2.
Right.
He did number 1.
Did you watch the first one?
Yeah, it was all right.
Was it good?
I was expecting it to be garbage, but first Del Toro film I've watched, and it was all right.
See, I've got a couple of his that I want to watch. I've not got around to. Well, not got around to, but I tried to
Yeah.
watch.
I've never watched Pan's Labyrinth.
That's
have
what I
you?
tried to watch.
Yeah,
And
could probably do with watching a dubbed version of it or something.
Amazon kicked me out.
Oh well, there you go.
Amazon, if you're listening, you kept kicking me out.
A Wrinkle in Time. I think this is gonna flop.
Yeah, I was looking through this on the list the other day, and
I can't see it really getting very
no.
far. But it's got Reese Witherspoon, and she seems to be doing pretty well with that Pretty Little. Is it Pretty Little Liars or something?
Yeah, that's the one.
So whether or not that brings it any box office, I don't know. But that's to a completely different market. Whether or not Pretty Little Liars has been getting awards.
But it's that Sky, like the Sky.
Yeah.
Say box office, not box office, but box set.
Yeah.
People that'll sit and watch the box sets off Sky. It's the same as Netflix sort of thing, isn't it? But
whether or not they'll take the kids, but it's not that big a deal over here, from what I gather. I was about to say it's a dog's life, but I love dog. Wes Anderson.
I was reading this earlier. I really want to see this.
Yeah,
it looks cool, doesn't it?
I love Wes Anderson, one of my favourite directors. And I mean, I'm not even that much of a hipster, but I still think he's amazing. I'm really hoping it's not even as if you can blame budget or time issues with a stop motion animation film, because with stop motion animation, the film has already been made before you even start shooting your first frame. It's done. It's locked in. He's an incredible filmmaker, and I was already saying a couple of months ago, wasn't I, when we were reviewing the train robbery, Murder on the Orient Express.
Oh, yeah.
You should just copy Wes Anderson and
there was
Darjeeling Limited. Just copy him. And he had so many restrictions in terms of budget and time to be able to shoot, and he still did an amazing job. So
did a better job than they managed on that one.
Yeah, exactly, with a bigger budget. So when he's got the time to just sit and mull it over, I think that's going to be an incredible film.
I think that'll be. I'm looking forward to that.
We've both read it. We're both going to be able to turn our noses up at it. Ready Player One.
It's not as good as the book.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I cannot wait for this. I really want to see. And I've seen a few of the trailers and a few of the.
Yeah.
Well, it's been well publicised. Was it? Publicised isn't the word, but you go to the cinema, it's in the.
Oh yeah.
Every little trailer.
It's everywhere.
All over.
Oh.
So I'm looking forward to this.
It's got a local girl born and bred as well, Olivia Cook from Ashton.
Really?
Mate. Yeah.
One. I was going to ask you a question actually on this one, which is a bit of it could wait, but
got Mendo as well.
I've still got your book of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Can my mum borrow it?
Of course you can. Go for
She
it.
She actually rang me today.
Yeah.
She was looking for it on Amazon to read it.
Really?
And I was like, oh, I've still got Key's copy. And I was like, I'll ask him.
Yeah, go for it. I don't mind. Yeah.
I'll ask him.
I'd like to get my money's worth out of it. Yeah.
So, she's a quick reader. She'll have it done in a week or two.
Oh yeah, she's anything like you and Kim. Also, for me, I was thinking, what is he called? Nolan Sorrento. So Ben Mendelsohn's character. I was almost picturing the guy out of when I was reading it. I was picturing
This is
the
the
guy.
problem, isn't it?
I was picturing the guy from Maze Runner. That guy that was like, "You won't last 5 minutes on the scorch."
Oh, I know what you mean.
I
Yeah,
hate that guy, and that's who I pictured as Sorrento.
Yeah.
But I know he wouldn't be able to give it anywhere near as good a performance as Mendo.
I know
so
what you
I'm
mean.
glad that
Actually,
Mendo's in there.
You're on the same point as me with that guy.
Yeah, totally. What else are we on? A Quiet Place. Can't wait for this. This seems to be some monsters or something that have taken over the earth, and you can only communicate through sign language.
That's made for us, isn't it?
Exactly. 2 signers. This is vying for best place.
Is it going to actually have
language.
Sign language?
Mate, the trailer is just sign
I've not
language.
watched the trailer for this one.
It looks amazing.
Oh, I'm going to watch that in a minute. This
Rampage.
This was my comic. This was my computer game movie. This was the one I said he's going to break the curse.
Yeah.
I loved this game when I was 8 years old.
It's only April.
8 years old.
Yeah. I never played it before.
Rampage.
I didn't even know it was
I absolutely loved this.
So it was San Andreas director as well.
And it's got The Rock in, who we didn't mention in our Men of the Year.
We didn't. I was expecting him to win Captain Sparkle, but didn't happen.
No.
Hi. What else have we got? Avengers. That comes out in April.
I know.
I was expecting that to be like June, July.
Are you going for a midnight showing of this one?
Yeah. It's funny because it says April Is that 2 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks before Star?
27th
Star
of
Wars.
April.
Yeah.
No, it's a month before.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Solo's 25th of May.
I'm not so sure how that works out in America. I think it's a bit different. I think it comes
Yeah.
out 2 weeks. That's probably
There's a 2-week
going to
separation between them.
change as well. Yeah.
Well, there's talks of Solo changing, isn't there?
Yeah.
It's not going to be that week.
Apparently, Solo is already. From the rumors have it that Disney are prepared for it to be an absolute car crash.
It looks a car crash.
Yeah. Well, from
I'm
not
not
even
being
seeing
funny.
anything.
Oh no!
How can you approach a film for May? Usually, that would have at least
That
an
is that
8-month preparation
Yeah.
of campaigning and promotion for it.
That film, it shouldn't have been made.
No,
It
No, you're
shouldn't have been
right, yeah.
made. And this is the problem with Disney buying Star Wars. It shouldn't have been made. Because
Well-
have you seen that? You look at the pictures, right? So there's a shot of what's the lad who's playing Han Solo's name?
Alden Ehrenreich.
Yeah. You see a picture of him in
Yeah.
Han Solo's waistcoat and shirt, and it looks like me or you dressing up as Han Solo. It does not look like a young Han Solo.
In fairness, like
No.
Emilia Clarke,
Yeah.
since watching Terminator Genesis, which we'll
Yeah.
review in the next film, she's a good actress, and I'm saying that from a film that she's been in that was pretty much critically panned, and she's phenomenal and phenomenal in all the Game of Thrones stuff.
Yeah.
It gave me a little bit of confidence. Plus, Paul Bettany's pretty awesome as well. I was watching
Yeah,
him
I don't
in-
mind Paul
in
Bettany.
Manhunt.
In what?
In Manhunt,
Oh,
but
right. I
it
enjoyed
all
him in
relies.
Wimbledon.
Yeah, it all relies on Alden Ehrenreich.
Really?
It does. Well, he's playing Han Solo, isn't he?
Yeah, but
It all rests on his shoulders.
he's not Han Solo, is he? This film should not have been made.
I almost feel like, because I'm going to put that as my number one film for critically acclaimed film for the first 6 months.
I think that's gonna get slated.
Because I
I
think
it is, and without being awful, I really hope it is. I really hope it gets slated.
I think purely for just because
The only reason I want it to do well
yeah.
is Woody Harrelson's in it.
Well, exactly. You see, I think that
Woody
because
doesn't
of-
do a bad film.
He doesn't exactly, and because of how much people how much backlash has been against Episode 8, because you think compared to Episode 8 and Rogue One,
Yeah, but if Episode 8 upset fans, this is going to upset
I
fans.
don't think because Rogue One was such a pandering to the fans. It was like, this is what you grew up with. These are the stormtroopers of your childhood.
Yeah, true,
None of
yeah,
this
yeah.
First Order rubbish.
Yeah.
Like this is born and bred Star Wars, and that's what we're getting back to now. And I think because it's coming so soon after Episode 8, that bitter taste of people going like, no, it's blue milk, not green milk. No, there'll be blue milk in this probably, I would
Yeah.
imagine, unless there's strawberry milk. I don't know.
They have to be like yellow. Oh no,
Yeah.
yellow's a bit banana. Yeah.
Yellow's a bit weird, isn't it?
Sorry.
Or it'd be grey milk like breast milk. Who knows? I reckon that people are just going to be so bitter about Episode 8 once this one comes out. I think that people are going to lose it.
Really?
Yeah, I think even the critics.
I don't think it's going to be good. I don't think it's going to be good at all.
No, neither do I.
It's had a change of. You mean lose it in a bad way?
No,
like
I
they're
think
going to hate
I
it?
think it's gonna. No, I think people are going to lose it and say it's incredible. Like it's the best
No.
Star Wars film, new Star Wars film yet.
No.
Because everybody's been. I'm just putting all my eggs in one basket with this one. I think.
See, I wasn't. I could see some of the stuff with Rogue One, but I wasn't a fan of Rogue One.
Right.
But then this is just scraping the barrel.
Oh, sorry, I got change in my pocket. This burning a hole in my butt cheek. Sorry,
I've got-
it's transferring it.
My thing is, you know, with Indiana Jones, you always say like no one should play Indiana Jones other than Harrison Ford.
Yeah,
So why are they doing it with this? You
because
know,
money.
yeah, because of money. But it's always money. But
I was hoping to maybe come up with 3 predictions for the next 6 months.
Right,
as
we've not
well.
got through them yet, actually.
No, we're not even finished, mate. We're only on June now.
Jurassic World.
Jurassic World 2.
You said you wouldn't be able to last 20 minutes on this, and I thought I'd last.
I
longer.
know, yeah, and we've been going like an hour and a half now on the whole podcast.
Jurassic World. Don't
Jurassic
skip it.
World, Jurassic World 2. I mean, what's there to say? The trailer looks good.
Yeah.
But they're doing that whole thing again.
Of going back to the abandoned island.
I've got something exciting for you, Luke.
Oh.
In theory, this should be in your top 10 at the end of the year because the guy who directed this also directed Monster Calls.
Mm.
There you go.
There we go.
J.A.
Bayona.
Bayona. I'm glad we said that at the same time because I was going to mess that up.
If he makes
Bayona.
me cry at Jurassic World,
You
I will
never know.
never forgive him. Never.
You never know. Actually, that's one thing we didn't say about we didn't give it a best director. I don't think there should be a best director
Really?
section. I appreciate
we struggled with films.
I don't think they should because if you've made the best film, then you're the best director.
Yeah.
If you got the best out of your actors,
So for us,
best out of your stories,
it was Jordan Peele.
it was Jordan Peele, exactly.
There we go. Well, to be fair, I'm surprised that Get Out wasn't going to be your top film because you had the two actors as the
Exactly.
actress and actor.
Oh, I didn't I?
So that kind of flops, doesn't it? When you put another film as the best film.
Yeah, but there you go. I've also given him, Jordan Peele, was my best director because he did the best film. None of this best actor, best film. Well, that's fine. Best actor, best film. But none of this best director, best film. The two in the same. Well, however they're saying is,
He's in a pod.
Exactly, yeah. If you're not getting the best film, then you're not getting the best director.
Right.
Incredibles 2. I've got high hopes on this.
Yeah.
I should really put that as my. That's June. Oh, it's July. You see, we're outside of the game. So
top. Wait, it's got Shape of Water's got to be up there, hasn't it? But I don't think it's going to make money.
No, neither do I. Because what was that one with Leonardo DiCaprio in last year? Or was it the year before?
Revenant.
Oh. That got all the hype in the world, but it's still only cleared 400 million.
It was the weirdest. It wasn't even weird. It was a good story, but and he was brilliant in it. I'll give him credit. He deserved that Oscar.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Leo DiCaprio, but that was not a brilliant film.
I think that was taking his whole career into.
I think it was one. It was one of them I know you're not a sports fan, but when Ryan Giggs retired from Man United,
right,
he'd played for 20 odd years, and he'd never won Sports
Man of the Match.
BBC Sports Personality of the Year.
Right.
And the year he retires, he doesn't do well.
Right.
Well, not doesn't do well. He didn't play as much as he played previous because obviously he was nearing 40. And he won Sports Personality of the Year. Then it was well, why now?
Well, exactly. You see, they should put us lads like us in charge of it. So we got our third installment.
You're joking. I didn't even pick out a top actress.
Where were we?
We were
talking about Incredibles.
This Incredibles. Incredibles before the Incredibles.
Jurassic World. We can't still be on Jurassic World.
Yeah, you can't keep going. That was your June cut-off.
Well, let's just mention a few for the rest of the year then. Mission Impossible 6.
I've not watched 5.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and Wasp.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. I'm looking forward to that one.
Well, you liked Ant-Man, didn't you?
I did like Ant-Man. And we talked about it last time, Jungle Book.
I'm looking forward to this. I'd like to see this because I like to see the difference between the Disney Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Now that this is the sort of
the heat
Disney
is
Jungle
on.
Book.
The heat is on for it to be
Seeing
even
as
better.
Disney have got the overview of the release. I'm wondering if it's gone into re-editing.
Yeah,
They're going to throw a few songs in there.
When we were doing Disney or Disney, I said it was Fox. It's not. It's Universal.
Oh,
so
is it?
hands up. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was your fault. You thrown
It's
me.
Universal.
So it's still being made.
So regardless of whether or not Fox were
Go
having
Team
anything
Circus.
to do with it, we're still Disney.
Circus.
Sorry. Venom. What we got?
Go on, keep going. What else we got?
We got Venom coming out in October. Well, we're all the way up to October now. We're past my birthday.
That should be good. Tom Hardy.
Yeah, actually, it's changed. They've already blimmin' it. These kids on IMDb are already quick. We had New Mutants. Was meant to be coming out in the spring, but that's been changed. And we've got X-Men, Dark Phoenix. And then we've got Holmes and Watson, which is Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly.
That's a bit of a weird mix, isn't it, for that? Well, no, it's not a weird mix. They work well together, don't they? But
I'm hoping that it's almost Anchorman 1 level.
yeah.
You know, because they've got in them, especially doing like an Elizabethan, Beethan, Holmes and Watson.
Yeah.
That should be something decent. And then we've got Wreck-It Ralph 2. Did you like Wreck-It Ralph? Ralph 1?
Keep asking me about films I've not watched.
You're not seeing it?
No.
Oh, it's a decent film, mate. Yeah, you should give it a chance. Give Ralph a chance, mate.
Give Ralph a chance.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
I don't get this.
Have you seen the trailer?
No.
The trailer looks incredible.
But what?
It's an animated series.
I know. Okay.
Miles Morales. It's about.
I know it's, but why bring it out now when we're just starting to get Spider-Man back on screen decent?
We've been getting.
I know they're going to hint at Miles Morales coming into the.
Well, I think the past sort of 3 or 4 years that DC's animated universe has been coming on leaps and bounds. Like, been getting really DC's animated has been getting brilliant reviews.
Oh,
but
sorry.
Marvel tried to catch up, as far as I'm aware, with like Guardians of the Galaxy. But just DC, apart from the Killing Joke, from what I'm aware,
they've always had decent animated series. DC,
yeah,
haven't they? These sort of decent DC.
Decent DC universe.
But it's always been good on that Mortal Engines.
There we go. It's been changed right there at the bottom. New Mutants. So Aquaman. I'm looking forward to that now. I'm pumped.
Have you watched the trailer for what are they called? Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. Oh yeah, I think it came up on the telly recently.
You watched the trailer for that?
Oh, probably before an IGN video.
Oh, it's hilarious. Like, and then they say at the end, they've got a movie, haven't they? Teen Titans movie.
Yeah.
Teen Titans will go to the movies, and then it says at the end, because if Aquaman can get a movie, why can't anyone?
Aquaman gets dissed. Like, he really gets bullied.
It's even by DC, Aquaman gets bullied.
I love Aquaman. Aquaman's the man.
Oh, he was before he was like covered in cockles.
Now there's another one I'm looking forward to. Mortal Engines.
Which I did mention before you
did you?
went on to Aquaman.
Oh, sorry, man. I think, did I see a trailer for this? She's got massive eyes, or am I mixing that up with another film?
Peter Jackson project, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
All right. Nice. And then one that I think potentially, if she's very ladylike about the whole thing, which I'm sure she will, Mary Poppins Returns with Emily Blunt might be winning the hearts of everyone.
She let me down with Girl on a Train.
Did she?
Oh, it's garbage.
But she won it back with Devil Wears Prada.
Emily Blunt?
Yeah, mate, she was in Devil Wears Prada. She was the second assistant.
Oh, she was, wasn't she? Yeah.
I was doing that Italian thing where you put your hand to your mouth and you go, mwah, bellissimo.
That's about one.
Plus, she'll be in that silent sign language movie. Mate, she should be the perfect woman.
Really?
Yeah, sign language. She's a brunette. She's Mary Poppins. Clicks her heels together, flies off. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all. If she doesn't do that at the premiere,
I thought that's what
a lot of people will not be happy.
I thought Mary Poppins. I thought that's what Carrie Fisher did in Stars.
Oh, I don't know. We can't laugh like that at that, mate.
So
that's not right. So, top 3 critically acclaimed films from both Metacritic, IMDb ratings, and both critics,
this is
Rotten Tomatoes,
pure
and user Rotten Tomatoes.
Pure prediction.
Top 3.
I've got to go with The Shape of Water.
Number 1.
Yeah.
A Man's Han Solo.
Lady Bird.
Lady Bird is number 2.
I'm so looking forward to that film.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be
really
top. Good. And
I'm
plus,
going to take my sisters to see it.
It's Swaz. I can't say her name.
Saoirse Ronan.
Yeah.
Saoirse Ronan.
Saoirse
Ronan. I think she's brilliant.
I actually Googled how to pronounce her name, and I still can't pronounce her name.
I think it's just Saoirse Ronan.
Sasha.
Saoirse Ronan. As long as you say it with
confidence.
Saoirse Ronan. As long as you say it with confidence.
Part Irish, I should be able to do it.
Plus, I suppose, really...
So, I really like her. I think she's
ace.
She's really good. And from
Brooklyn.
one of my favourite films is Brooklyn.
She was incredible in Brooklyn.
I love that film. Love it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, number 2. Why not?
Plus, I'm hoping because on the picture as well, they've got a cross in the background, all blurry. I'm hoping that she maybe talks about church hypocrisy and what have you. I don't know. From what I see in the trailer, she's not particularly an intelligent character. So
No, she's a young kid who's just trying to find a way, by the look of it. But
exactly,
I'm actually those two films.
those
I'm really
two are
looking
your
forward
one
to.
and your two.
Yeah. So what's your two?
So my number one is Han Solo.
Yeah.
And then my two is Black
But
Panther.
you're talking about critically. But you're going to fight. Everyone's voting on it. Yeah,
Well, exactly,
I think
mate.
it's going to be.
I'm really going for it. I'm thinking strategically. I'm thinking what's going to get
You're
the
going
most.
with the masses.
I would love nothing more than maybe Tomb Raider to be number two, and then number one to be Annihilation. But
I'm not looking at this right. I'm looking at what I'm going to enjoy the most.
you are, mate.
I better not go with Isle of Dogs for me number three.
You could do. Depends what happens in Avengers Infinity War.
That's going to take money.
It's going to take money, but we're not talking money, mate. We're talking
Critics.
We're talking critically acclaimed. We could talk
Jurassic
money.
World is going to flop.
You reckon? You
Yeah.
couldn't even get into the cinema to see it.
The first one.
The first one.
I know, and I love Jurassic Park. You know, it's one of my favourites.
See, that'd be easy. If we were talking money, you could just put Infinity War, Solo, and Jurassic World there.
Easily.
And they would take all the money. Oh, you're going beyond the list now. You're in Incredibles 2, and that's at July.
See,
We're talking for the first 6 months
of
the year.
So the first 6 months.
Yeah, because remember that episode
Yeah.
we did where we thought our favourite films of the year were going to be things like Thor Ragnarok,
Yeah.
and that didn't even scratch my top.
See,
That wasn't even my favourite superhero film.
No, it wasn't. Well, I had said my two favourites.
Yeah.
And then Spider-Man was in there as well. But that was a brilliant film.
It was brilliant, yeah. I'm talking upper echelon.
See, what I'm supposed to be looking for now is what the critics are going to go for.
What you
Or
think
what-
the critics and the viewers, we're talking Metacritic, IMDb ratings, and both user and reviewer scores
See, I think
on
Three
Rotten
Billboards is
Tomatoes.
going to do brilliant as well. But
Yeah.
this is things that I'm going to love, and I'm not. I'm not getting on the same wavelength there at all, am I?
You know, I'm going to put Annihilation as my number 3. I say it's going to get even better reviews than The Shape of Water. I might be completely wrong.
Right, I'm going to go Shape of Water,
Number 1.
Lady Bird,
Uh-huh.
because I said them straight away because
Yep.
I'm looking forward to them.
Yeah.
They're the two films that I am going to see at the cinema, and I am going to put on the podcast because I miss too much stuff that I like. And I'm getting
Plus, we
ranty.
got a new cinema now that we need to join.
And Three Billboards
3 Billboards at number 3.
because I missed the preview, and I'm still upset.
Still upset. You could be watching it right at this moment.
Shush.
Right, that's all. I suppose we best
Can we-
record. I suppose we best say bye.
But before we say bye,
Mhm.
can we do a quick thank you?
Okay, let's go for it.
Because it's the end of our first year.
It is.
There's not a lot of episodes,
I
but
think our first review was Batman Lego, the
Was
best
it right?
Batman film as far.
was that our
It
first
was,
review?
yeah, mate. We
Oh,
went
because
to a
our
preview.
first episode was a
A
look
look-
forward to the year of 2016.
March it was.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of loyal listeners who get in
We
touch.
certainly have. Yep.
So I'd like to say a little thank you or a big thank you
Uh-huh.
to Joe because he's given us a
Exactly.
bit of feedback.
Joe Yarrow, good feedback there.
Sarah,
Uh-huh. Sarah's been listening.
she's gonna send me some DVDs.
Yeah.
So she said.
Our Doctor Who correspondent.
Yeah. And just everyone else who
Got
does.
Ben.
Ben, yeah.
Ben Marshall. He listens during the summer holidays when the kids aren't at school and he's tinkering around on the computers.
Part-timer.
Exactly. Part-time listener. What are you playing at?
Well, thank you. And
Yeah,
everyone
thank
else who gets in touch, because the more people that get in touch, the more we can
Exactly.
improve things.
Yeah. These podcasts rely on their listeners. And we've had a few listeners in America and what have you, and Korea. So whoever you are listening, like we do appreciate that. That's really cool that someone's listening to my weird Burnley accent over in Korea. That's so weird.
To be honest, I've listened to a couple episodes back and I find it a bit odd hearing my own
Yeah,
strange Stockport accent. So if they can understand it, fair play.
exactly. Maybe they're just listening because they're about to move over and they're trying to
But still, remember to get in touch on Instagram, Twitter, sparkle_pod,
Yep.
at sparkle_pod on both.
Or you can email us at thesparklemotionpodcast@gmail.com.
Yep. The
And
more
thanks
that
for
get in touch,
listening.
as we get more in touch, we'll include your views. If you disagree with us, definitely get in touch, because that's what makes it fun.
Exactly.
Because we don't always agree with each other.
We don't, and it's a democracy. When it comes to our over-unders, that's what I like.
It's got to go for it, hasn't it?
Exactly.
For the year of 2017.
Thanks for listening.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye.
See you later.